Okay, it's 12:41 minutes at midnight. It's midnight. Hi again, I'm high again. It's Monday, it's not Thursday or Saturday, but I did it today because this week's gonna be busy. These motherfuckers give me a fucking timetable full because we have to, supervise. Oh, not supervise. We have to. What is the job? I can't remember the name. I'm high. I'm sorry. When people are taking exams, there are people who are watching them. We will be the watchers, the tower watchers. Foucault's tower watchers. He said that in a prison, they had to put the tower in the middle, so the prisoners always feel they are watched. So it's a Foucault theory. It's not a theory. It's just like a metaphor. So we are the watchers now. Anyway, they give me too many sessions to watch, like 1 day and a half. People who live far give them half a day, and people who will correct the exams will get half a day, and we have 1 day and a half, which is unjust, but we can't say anything. This is not why I opened the recorder. I opened the recorder to talk about my thoughts. On this day, we had a meeting, and we were talking about the education system, and everybody started to say, one bitch, they said, went from school. She was absent one evening from 4 to 6 and went to a fucking house with somebody, with a man. He picked her up from the school and took her to Taudat, which is a city about like 40 kilometers away, to fuck her. And her father started looking for her and started blaming the school for his problems. I mean, for his daughter being away with a guy. Someone saw her and called him, and then he started blaming the school for not watching her, which is pretty stupid. And then one woman teacher wrote a report of a guy with his phone, and when his father came, this is what the principal said. His father came, he said to him, like, give him his phone and let him in. It's not a big deal. And that's just shows you how parents are negligent and I don't want to say ignorant. They're not ignorant, but they don't careless about their kids. And many of the teachers in the meeting raised many problems, like being late, like using vape, like all of these things that teachers say in meetings about students. And they all talk about how they want the good for the students and what's best for them and the school to be the best, and this hypocrisy that I hate so much. It's so hypocritical. That whole meeting was so hypocritical. Everybody is smiling and saying good things, though inside they don't believe it. And I wanted to rise up and say to them, well, fuck off, all of you. I will say it in bad language. I will not apologize for what I will say because it's all true. Because every one of them ends his speech with, I'm sorry if I say anything wrong, or I said anything wrong, which is a hypocrisy. Because people are not sorry about what they say in moments of anger. Because that's the truth they believe. They just pretend to be sorry, but that's actually what you should believe. When you get someone angry, these are the most honest words that gonna come out of his mouth. Anyway, that's not why I opened the record. I want to rise up and say to them, well, fuckers, you're doing this not because for the best of the student or the best of the school. It's because you need that 6,000 dirhams you get at the end of the month. It's your salary. That's why you are scared. That's why you are here today. If we were not scared about our salaries, we will not be in this beautiful morning where we could be sleeping under our blankets, warm blankets in this cold, and come here to this school today to meet with you. We will not do that if we were not afraid about our salaries, to lose our salaries. We have to keep good relationships with the principal and the staff. And the staff also needs to have good relationships with us. And I have a fight with one of my fucking superintendents or whatever they call them. And he hates me and I hate him, and we look at each other in a despised way, in a bad way. Anyway, I don't know why he hates me. He actually ratted me to the inspector that I don't lack discipline in my class. So here's the problem. Still, he started not saying hi to me, and I stopped saying hi to him. And this escalated. That's it. I sent him a report, and he did not reply to my message on WhatsApp. I mean, I want to fucking smash his face with a fucking hammer. So I drove away from the topic. Not I drove, no. I don't know. I strayed away from the topic. I want to say to them that the problem of education is very simple. Is that teachers are not respected because we have people like them full of jealousy and full of hate. That's why we have problems in the education system. And this reason is because they took away all of our powers. Now the students know that the teacher can do nothing about their misbehavior. I mean, he can't do anything to them. We are here because we are afraid of money. They are afraid of nothing. And like Machiavelli said, it's good if the people love you, but it's better if they fear you. This is what he said in The Prince, that for a prince to be ruled by fear is more safe and better than to be ruled by love, that he is loved. That's why the students don't care, because they have no consequences. When you write a report, there is nothing. The student they can't stop him from school, for example, which was a common thing back in the days. But now he can do whatever he wants and he will not be stopped from school. Like, because the International Bank imposes on Morocco that people do not drop out of school until the age of 16 or 17 or whatever. So we have to keep the students at school, even if they don't like it, even if they're not misbehaving well, they are misbehaving, even if they repeat a year many times. Like some people are 18 years old and they're still in 3rd grade. So what the fuck is that? They can't do nothing to them until they reach a certain age. And this gives them like what politicians have, like what do they call it? Hasana. So they are protected by the law. You have nothing to do. So the student can even insult or hit a professor and he will still come back to school like nothing happened. You write a report today, they come the next morning smiling and entering with the permission from the administration. So what the fuck is this? What I'm saying is, if we put a fine on each report, so for example, to make them fear you, to make the students have fear, because we're all scared of money, why not put a fine on each report the teacher writes, and this money goes to the school, to building the school, buying books or anything. Like, this is good. Why not apply this? So if a teacher writes the first report, it's 100 dirham. Your father has to pay. If they stop them from school, that's good. That's not our problem. If they stop their children from going to school, that's fine. We got rid of a motherfucker who is just a misbehavior. So what's the problem? And if they don't, they keep. When they pay the first or second fine, of course they will stop their children from being misbehaviors, and they will make them disciplined at home before even coming to school. And this will solve the whole educational problem.